Cheating student thought he had me fooled, fell right into my trap. I am a cancer researcher and a guest professor at an university school of medicine, teaching my specialty, imaging. Besides the usual acquisitions of medical images using MRI, Connecticut, etc., imaging has a lot to do with image processing. Some days I am just a glorified programming guy. And as anyone who has ever programmed anything will tell you, coding is a very personal activity. With enough experience you can tell who wrote what, just by looking at the lines. I am also in my late 20s and I am not native to this country, and it's my first year as guest professor. So some students look at me as this inexperienced, gullible foreign guy as part of my module's grading. The students have to submit 2 reports that weight 10% each of their final grade. These reports are about image processing and they have to code a fair bit. As usual, there are students that make an effort. Some do minimal work, and then some cheat copy. As I was grading the reports, I noticed a small group of students who found reports from previous years online and literally copy-pasted those reports, changing only their name. It was a facepalm moment because those reports were not even good and had a lot of errors. You see, in order to establish a baseline for my grading, I browsed previous year's reports so I knew what to expect from the students of this module. Naturally, I graded them all with 0 and kept working my way through grading the reports I had left. Meanwhile, the students casually asked me in the halls how were the reports. Of course, I can't comment on that until I release the grades. One time, this dude who has copied from another report, 98% match on plagiarism checker, asks me when will I release the grades and comes with this story that he worked really hard on his reports, that his exam hasn't gone so well and he is hoping that the grade on his reports are enough to get a pass. I mean, submitting another person's work as your own is very wrong, but it was an online submission and impersonal. Right now, he was just lying through his teeth into my face. I could feel my blood boiling, but I didn't lose my composure and decide to come up with a plan. I knew that my exam was the last exam of the semester, and that after that the students usually go home or family vacations while they wait for their grades to be posted online. So I graded the exams and input their grades into my Excel with their report grades. 4 students had 0 due to cheating on their reports, and if I graded their reports with 50% of the max grade they would badly fail the module, but they would fail nonetheless. So it was on in order to be fair, I bumped everyone else's grades. A bunch of people with miserable reports ended up barely passing because of my grade bump. But event, though their reports were bad, it was their own work and not copied from anywhere. You see, students are entitled to make an appointment to review their grades after publishing and before the grades are locked for the year. Anket, they sit with me. We go through their exam and reports, and their goal is to convince me to give them extra points in hope that they pass the module. I knew the cheaters would come after all. I think they fooled me once already and they still have half the report's points to bargain for. So I just waited for their emails, lo and behold, they write me the same day the grades go online.